All right, guys, thank you so much. Moving on now, we have this interesting question, Do we ask Amorim or do we arm him? Manchester United, now they're out of the FA Cup and all the knives are out for Amorim. I don't know if the Red Devils should give him a chance or just show him an exit, before things get worse.
Well, I've been consistent on this one. I think asking Amorim would be going one step forward and five backwards. I think what is important for United is to have a bit of consistency in the way they're doing things and have a bit of belief. I was against Amorim taking over the job in November when Erik Ten Hag was fired, because I felt that that was the worst timing for anyone taking up a team which was at its lowest ebb, had just had a couple of signings, 5 or 6 signings by an under-fire manager, and some of the signings I felt were very of dubious quality. And from the moment Ten Hag left, I thought it was a poison chalice to become United manager. I thought that it would have been smarter for Ruud van Nistelrooy to stay in charge of the team as a club legend, understanding the United way. He was going to just hold ship up to May. No one was going to demand trophies from him, so that Amorim takes over and has a full preseason with a new team, a team which is built in his image, and a team which has been put together by him. So right now, what's happening at the club is that Amorim has inherited a broken structure which had been put together by Ten Hag. Ten Hag was left out midway, and then he's come, and then he's trying to put together a broken team. And so he's come and tried to impose a new philosophy on very average players. Some results have been good, but most of the results haven't been very good. And I think United finds itself in the rut in which they're stuck in today. Ultimately, for me, they've got to believe in the manager, because they've sacked so many managers over the last 10 years. And yet United's strength over the years historically has been its belief in the manager, longevity. From Sir Matt Busby and Sir Alex Ferguson, the club's best years was when they had belief and they gave a bit of time and commitment to one management. So what is going to happen is that I think they've got to make some very big, brutal decisions in the next couple of months, because this is a dead season for United. They won't win the Europa League. They definitely won't win the Europa League with Amad Diallo out.
I'm a Man U fan, but
and I think come the summer, I see no less than 8 players exiting the club. They have to exit the club. And the rebuilding process will not happen over one season. I actually think even 2025, 2026 is a rebuilding process for the club. So it would serve United's best interests if they're not anywhere in Europe next season, so that they put together, they manage that transition to build together a team such that they can actually become genuine competitors post 2026.
Yes,
Mark would make a lot of money if he opened a law firm outside of Old Trafford, because he's given Amorim a carte blanche to do whatever he's done. They've lost 8 league games out of 12.
That's big.
One of the things that bothers me about Amorim and Manchester United today is that the team has got worse, progressively worse, than under Erik Ten Hag. Ordinarily, I've always felt that when managers come into a team that is not doing very well, and we can reference Jurgen Klopp, who rebuilt Liverpool, and now any manager can almost slot in because the foundation has been done, is that you must offer a solution that I would call Panado for the team to improve in the short term. Now, what Amorim has done is what I would call a cardinal sin, because the team has got worse. Because with all the other teams, look at Everton under David Moyes. Maybe the task is not as huge as United, but you get the results and then set a platform where you can build. Now, what Amorim has done, he's gone backwards, so the team needs a bigger job to rebuild. Even a team like Wolves under Vitor Pereira, who is coming this season, I think they've got better. Now, what bothers me the most about Amorim is that you inherit, yes, these players are not good, but Mark, these players are not as bad as what Jurgen Klopp found at Liverpool. But even in his first few months when he took the job in 2015, Liverpool improved marginally, and then he started to bring in his players, then the club got fun.
I beg to differ. I actually think there's certain positives from Amorim's time at the club, and I can mention them. Amad Diallo. With Ten Hag in the club, there never have been Amad Diallo.
You can now keep quiet, because after that I don't see anything else.
No, listen. United, I watch United now, and United has got more control to their games than they ever had in any game under Erik Ten Hag. I see what he's trying to do. There's more control. United had no control in the reign of Erik Ten Hag against any team, including conference league sides. And if we're talking about internationals, I see what he's trying to do, and the reason why they had that's how they managed to knock out Arsenal in the FA Cup. They managed to put on a very decent shift at Anfield. Everyone thought United was going to concede 8 goals at Anfield. That's how they managed to beat City. They've got a bit of control about their games. The challenge, Isma, the biggest challenge for Amorim is that, I mean, he's a stickler to his principles. You need big balls to manage a club and magnitude, and he's not going to change his philosophy.
True.
And sometimes things have got to get worse before they get better. So, because he's stuck to his guns, people have gotten exposed by the system he's trying to play, because a 3-5-2 is a very demanding system. And when you have mediocrity within your team, because you need wing backs who've got the lungs to move forward and backwards. You need defenders, 3 defenders who understand the positional discipline of a 3-man defense, supported by the wing backs and the defensive midfielders. So, and I mean, Casemiro doesn't have the legs to play there anymore. He's gone. And Lisandro Martinez had just. I mean, has also been disadvantaged in the sense that some injuries have not done him any service. But I mean, I'm not going to use those as an excuse. So, I think Amorim, the honeymoon is over, but principally for me, I'm going to judge Amorim after he has a full preseason with the team, because he hasn't had anything of the kind from the time he was appointed from Sporting Lisbon.
Okay. In every job in life, you need short-term, medium, and a long-term plan. My short-term plan today is to ensure that I get to Iftar, and get a meal. Thereafter, maybe get a good night's sleep, and then the next morning. What bothers me about Amorim, that he has a very glossy long-term plan. It's a bit like the first day you meet a girl, and then you tell her, you see this Range Rover on my phone, one day we'll drive it. We are going to holidays in Dubai. Mark, the first day you meet a girl is about to impress her. You perhaps borrow a perfume. You know how we've grown up. You borrow a perfume from your friends, or even if you have to give them 1,000 and they spray you, then you go there and convince her. You trim your hair. Growing up as teenagers, you do not have to shower every day. That's how teenage boys grow up. As a teenager, and you're going to meet a girl, you shower. Now what Amorim has done, you have to do things. Now Amorim has come with a very glossy plan of a 16-year-old telling a girl, I'm going to be president. If Barack Obama hit on Michelle that way, with those pictures we've seen when they were younger, Michelle would never have made first lady. Because then she would say, this young boy is only wasting my time.
But
those pictures in that moment, all you have to do is get a plate of KFC, because that's what she wants in that moment. Take her to the beach. Now what Amorim is doing, United are not going to the beach. They are sleeping hungry. They do not smell good. They are missing all the ingredients of convincing this girl that in 7 years will be staying in Kololo.
Has he lied?
Well, I mean, he hasn't lied, but you see, as a lady, you've got to give someone a chance, because who knows, maybe he's going to strike a fortune somewhere, and then he'll win a lottery, and then before you know it, in 1-2 years, you'll be staying in Kolo. But seriously, Isma, are you trying to advocate for Amorim dismissal?
No, I am not, but he's getting so many things wrong. that even his advocate would fail to defend him.
Because
that
listen,
in the end you have...
Isma, what are you going to make do with Rasmus Højlund? This is a guy who was signed by Erik ten Hag.
For £72 million.
Højlund at best is a $3.5 million signing, and that is stretching it. What are you going to, I mean, what value?
Poor first touch, can't hold up the ball, can't pass.
Exactly. What value are you going to get out of a player like, I mean, Joshua Zirkzee? You spent 36 million pounds on him from Bologna. He's not going to get you 15 goals in a season. He's yes, he's got some brilliant touches, but you know, along with brilliant touches, United is a pressure club. You must deliver week in, week out. And Zirkzee, I mean, you saw when he was whisked off in the game against Newcastle. These are not his signings. Listen, what value are you going to get from Casemiro, who is washed up? The fact is, he's washed up. What value are you?
His wife disagrees.
Alessandro Martins had just.
Casemiro's wife is always on social media reminding you.
She's earning £360,000 a week. I would also disagree. And now you have Alessandro Martinez, who has just come from injury and then he goes back injured. Luke Shaw is permanently in Mulago. So, I mean, many things have, I will not say conspired against him, but if you want a broken club, a broken structure.
That's why for me, when you find it broken, you don't fix everything. You know, in an African setting, when you have visitors, you clean up even the front lawn. Ordinarily, when you don't have visitors, it's leafy. Are
you questioning the decision to release Marcus Rashford?
No.
Yes.
I'm thinking in the interim, there is no perfect system in football. It's not 3-5-2, it's not 3-4-3, it's not 4-3. Sure. So use the players that are there for the task that is at hand. When you see Amorim, then you find Patrick Dogu is signed and goes to right wing back. It's nonsense. Yeah. Then the next game you have Kobe Mino starting as a centre forward with Zirkzee and Højlund on the bench. They may not be good, but that is not the solution. Now, for me, you have to give this patient Panadol. Yeah, if you don't have a bicycle to get to the hospital, like in my village, then hope you get to morning. The fever is down, then get to a hospital. Now, what Amorim has done is trying to get to hospital.
What is United's ambition this season? I think in Amorim's mindset, this is a club which is not going to win anything this season. I found a club which had already lost I don't know how many games. So
he's lost more already.
So this is going to be, I'll call it the guinea fowl season. So he's going to try all sorts of things, try Mino at the apex of the attack, or try to play Dogu in a different position. And listen, the only ambition for the club, I mean, the only chances were in the cup. Fulham knocked them out in the cup. Their stay in the Europa League is going to be short-lived. If not Sociedad, the team they play after Sociedad, in the unlikely event that they upset Sociedad, the team will knock them out. So this is a decision. The club won't be relegated. It will just stay afloat, do a clean out in the season, embark on a full pre-season. I believe that Amorim, Amorim I know, has already identified the players, is going to pursue, the players is going to sign, and is waiting for May. Does the clean out, sign the players.
You reminded me of a feeling, you know, when you get sick and you take medicine, you know you feel worse immediately before the medicine starts to work. Now, that's the kind of approach you're taking. But I'm one of those who believes that coaches provide interim solutions. That short-term plan
like let's work with this as we organize
look for what we need. When you find when you find Simon Mignolet, you deal with him and Loris Karius, then get Alisson Becker.
You question the system. I think United's 3 best performances in the Amorim era have been at Anfield, at the Emirates in the FA Cup, and at Etihad. And if he could deliver those performances with the 3-5-2, which has been maligned by so many United faithful, then I don't understand it. Because if you can do those performances in those very hostile environments, why can't you do them against Wolves, against Palace, against Ipswich and Southampton? You know. So anyway, we can.
Well, boys, I know we can never end when we start with Man U. It will be Man U, guys.